Now, look, not so long ago, Aston Villa were aiming for the top four in the Champions League as well, but they've had to lower their sights since then, something their fans have struggled to cope with. This week, we've all been reminded that there are more important things in life than your football team, as Johnny Phillips has been finding out with Shay Given.
Aston Villa's last game was against Fulham, but they should have been walking out to face Bolton on Tuesday night. Shay Given knows only too well how one incident can change everything.
Was it all the more shocking because it was one of the peers that it happened to on the pitch?
I think when something like that strikes them down, then it's a real shock to the whole probably footballing world and players especially, because in the sense if it can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. So it is a worry, yeah.
Have you experienced anything like what happened to Fabrice on the pitch?
Well, I sort of had a bit of experience myself a few years ago in London. Actually, I punctured my bowel, which is a pretty serious one as well. And the medical team stepped in again. The paramedics were quick on the pitch and rushed off in an ambulance, pretty similar. And I woke up the next morning in London Hospital after a serious operation. So, we can personally extremely thankful for what they did for me on the day, and I'm sure Fabrice and people like Peter Cech as well, who had some serious problems as well on the pitch, and sometimes they go unnoticed and unthanked, and without these people then I probably wouldn't be sitting here either, because it was such a big trauma to someone's body.
Given lost his mother to cancer when he was just 5 years old. It's the inspiration behind his Fashion Kicks charity, which raises money for Macmillan Cancer Research. Teammates in the game have rallied round in previous seasons, and this year's event in May is already sold out.
I picked Macmillan Cancer because I know the amazing job they do with nurses and doctors and helping families who have suffered through cancer, and the event we arrange every year, myself and my wife Jane, who she's chief organiser, my dad. It raises a lot of money hopefully for families and patients who are struggling with a terrible disease. Us as footballers, if we can help and arrange nights like Fashion Kicks or whatever, then it's imperative that we keep doing that work and keep helping other people who aren't in such a good position.
Villa needed a last-minute goal to beat Fulham and end a poor sequence of results. There's clearly work to be done at Villa Park.
It's up to us, the players, to get better results and climb the lead, because I think we're 15th at the minute, and simply that's not good enough for Aston Villa, and us as players have got to take responsibility for that.
What do you think it would take over the summer to get back up into the higher echelons? Well,
it's getting more and more difficult, obviously, as we know, with the big clubs we mentioned before, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, even Liverpool in more recent times, the amount of money they're spending, and I think it's been clear that that at our club we're sort of, maybe the budget's tightened up a little bit more, and the transfer money's not there to buy players, and so ideally if we can get 3 or 4 players in the summer. No, I don't know, the chairman watching this will thank me, but if we can get 3 or 4 players in to strengthen the squad then, and as I say, players that the manager has fancied and had an eye on for the last number of months, then I think we'll be a better and stronger team next year.
Before next season comes the moment all Ireland fans have been waiting for. Qualification for Euro 2012 righted a wrong that still hurts Given and his teammates.
You probably never get over that. You'll remember that for the rest of your days, really, that you worked 2 years to try and qualify for a World Cup, and it was sort of snapped away from me in the last minutes of a playoff game. But you can't look back in football, as you know. It's all about the next game and the next qualifying, and we did that. We qualified, and we're looking forward to now the summer and not what happened in Paris that night.
I wouldn't want to write any of you off, but there's a group of you, sort of yourself, Robbie Keane.
But you're going to anyway. You're going to try?
Go on then. I mean, with Damien Duff, Richard Dunn, Robbie Keane, yourself, but yeah. Is there a feeling that this may be your last shot at a major championship?
Yeah, we're not getting any younger, as we all know, but I think a few of us have said we'll decide what we're going to do after the European Championships, how we go in the summer, and I think that's not changed for most of the more experienced players. But we realise we haven't got very many major championships left, and we really want to give a good account of ourselves in the summer, and please God we do.
Shay Given might anticipate a busy afternoon at the Emirates, but Villa have got a good record there, lost 1 of their last 5. It's a Super 6 game. Matt, you can have first go. Arsenal against Villa.
Arsenal.